Hi everyone. Today is a bit of, you know, today had a bit of connection issues, apologies, connection and power outage issues. But I'm going to be sharing my screen throughout, so that's like the main thing. So quick one, if you are on the live right now, just kindly comment where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. Okay, so we're going to get started right away. Just like I said earlier, or just like I uploaded earlier. Oh, welcome, Abigail from South Africa. Good to have you here. Welcome. Please like the live while you're at it. So, I'm just going to head straight. Today, we're going to be looking at how to create a bold and easy coloring book, even without any drawing experience. Now, if you go on Amazon right now, let me just do that. Let me type coloring books at the live. Okay. So if you look at Amazon, just like I was saying right now, you can see that a lot of all these coloring books are bold and easy. You can see here bold and easy. If we should scroll down, we're going to see a quite another, quite a number of them. This is also bold and easy, which is a bestseller as well. This is bold and easy. This is bold and easy. And you should scroll down. It's one of the kind of coloring books that are actually doing well on Amazon. And really bold and easy coloring book, what makes it kind of really unique is that it is, you get to use really simple, coloring objects, and so it's bold and it's easy to color, right? And you can do it in varieties of themes. You can see the one I showed earlier here is ocean scene, so everything inside is about oceans. If we should scroll here, quite different. You can see config patterns, varieties. So when you want to create a bold and easy coloring book, the first thing you should think of is it should be really easy to color, not so much complication. Now, before you go ahead and create a bold and easy coloring book, just for the sake of creating, the first thing you want to do is you want to see what people are saying about bold and easy coloring books, right? You want to see what people are saying. If you're on the live, welcome. Apologies that my camera is kind of dark blocked. You know, there was a bit of um unexpected circumstances that happened. So one of the things you want to do is you want to go to one of it, especially one that is really doing well. For example, I'm going to be going with this bestseller here. I'll just click on it, and is you want to scroll all the way what people are saying that they like about the book, and that's what we're going to leverage on to create better, bold and easy coloring books. Now, we're going to start with, of course, the 5 star. You can see it has cute pictures and simplicity, and all of that, paper thickness. Just check something that has 3 stars and something that has and the one that has 1 star. What do people have to say about that? That's what's going to give us. Okay, this one says very simple, a bit more than I expected. This one says, I do know these coloring books cost this much, but $10 for so little pages is so. So people would like, more pages for the price of their books, right? Then the second book, but not what I was expecting, it says it didn't come like the ones I saw in the reviews. This one has a square binding pages. Okay, this is about the pages, and uh, not really what we're after, because like I said in yesterday's tutorial, I did say that when it comes to like the pages, the page quality, it is not really so much of what you can control as an author. As an author, your job is basically to just create the images, and Amazon is the one that is going to publish it and put it on the pages. So you cannot really control the page quality with Amazon if you're using Amazon KDP. So the next one is cute but not thick enough, still about the pages. This is the picture size. It says, I love coloring ever since young age. I've been meaning to find coloring books with big pictures to color. I wished they made more pictures into it. So we have two people saying that they wished they had more pictures, more pages in the book. Now, the another one here is, okay, this is a flawed copy. Okay, this is a mark on the book due to publishing, error. This one here says, wish they were consistent. Love the pictures, but someone who collects Coco Wire books, I'm a bit bummed that my books was staple bound and not glue bound. Okay, just as a forewarning, who collects them, not all of them are bound the same. Okay, this one is also as per, the delivery in terms of the publishing, which is not really much of what you can control if you are publishing through Amazon KDP. this this one says arrive dirty. Again, not much you can control. So we are looking at what we can control. One of that is that people love it bold, really big, and people love it such that the pages are way more. Now, this is what we're going to do. This is like for the 3-star rating. We can also check the 1-star rating. And, the 1-star rating is in. This is based on the publishing, and this is also based on delivery, which is not much you can control, right? Now, if you notice, one of the things that do people mention of is like the super thin pages, and even though you cannot control it, you could actually put like a something in the description that helps to curtail that effect of people putting up a lot of low star reviews. So the most of the reasons why people will say, okay, the papers are too thin, and they're going to complain, is because when they are trying to color, they feel like the coloring seeps all the way to the back. So one thing you can add in your description is by saying that, okay, they can add like a paper or something, a protective sheet beneath every page, so that it's easier for them to color neatly. So that way people understand what they're actually buying, and they have an idea that the paper may be super thin for them to need a protective sheet. Now, this is just one. You want to go ahead and check a few others, particularly the ones that are actually best selling or the ones that are really doing well. So if I should scroll down a little, um, just a little heads up, I may not be able to really complete this live today. Like I said, there's kind of a lot of circumstances around this live, and the live I may just do like the intro for this particular part, and we're going to finish up tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to make sure that this whole thing is fully set up. And tomorrow we're still going to, kind of touch up on this part as well. But just to give you a heads up on this, now we're also going to be checking another book here as well. So let me just scroll down and see another book. If you are looking for book, they have been tagged by Amazon that it's a bestseller, but you also want to look at books that have a large number of purchase reviews, because typically not everybody who buys things online actually leave purchase. In fact, per my research on Google, Google said only about 5% of people actually leave reviews online when they buy a product. So if you have a book that has done thousands in terms of purchases, purchase reviews, and it also has, really good ratings, that's an indication that that book is actually selling, right? So let's also check this one. This is also Coco Wayo, right? And let's open this as well. I'm looking for something that's not really Coco Wayo, something sort of different. So I'm going to open that in another tab, but let's look for something else, something different. Live, please like the live. Please like the live. Looks like I'm seeing a lot of Coco Wayo right now. But don't worry, we're going to find something. I think another way we can do that is by checking frequently bought together or explore more items. Why? But this is as well. Um, this is also bold and easy. You can see it has like 900 purchase review, which is sort of really kind of okay. So I'm going to open it in a new tab. Again, I'm going to check the thing with a bit more in review. We have checked one before, could be improved upon. Now, the first one is this particular cocoa way down. Okay, so we have more five-star reviews. It's still the same thing as the other one. Cute pictures, fun to color, color accuracy, coloring book, and all of that. Then we have the 3-star. Let's check the 3-star. What are people saying? Okay, this one, the person saying pages are too thin. Pages are thin as well. Paper quality is bad. But we're going to just focus on what we can control. Okay, so most of these reviews here are about the paper quality. And for the 1-star, let's see what this person has. Okay, the paper quality. However, if you notice that the 3-star, 1-star is a bit lesser, did here, you can see what they did here. Single-sided pages to prevent bleed through. If using markers, remember to place a protective sheet behind the page you are coloring, knowing what they're buying. And you can see it actually helped reduce the rate of um the the lower reviews. So they had still had more reviews. They still had more better reviews, so to say. Now the next one is this one here as well. And you can see here varieties of use, relaxation, and all of that. But people had issues with the bleed. You can see wish there were 100 pages. So you can see one of the recurring things we can control is people wishing for way more pages in their bold and easy coloring books. Again, this 83 designs, not 100. So I thought 100 designs was a good price. Okay, so people actually will wish that they get, what their purchase. Okay, so cheap and thin pages, what you would expect. and all of that. So we can go to the next one and do the same thing. And see people like the cuteness, color enjoyment, relaxation, fun to read, and all that. And for the lower reviews, let's see the 1 star, which is about one. Okay, this person says, not what I expected. It's just in a random coloring book, and what you color aren't really implementing self love. The book is very small and thin and not even a lot of pages. So people would have preferred a lot of pages, and they would like to know that the topic for or what the book represents, or the coloring pages in the book should kind of represent the title, right? So there is no misinformation. This one says pages are super thin, just like we talked about earlier. Says it's not worth it. This one says damaged book. This is based on delivery, not what we can control. It came damaged, also based on delivery. So now we have had a look or had a brief overview view on about four bold and easy coloring books, if I'm not mistaken. And one of the things that has stood out is, or for people, for what based on what people like, is that number one, they like it bold, big, as almost fitting the book in terms of the size. It should be cute, easy to color, fun, and it should also reflect the title so it doesn't feel deceptive. Another thing people like is that they prefer more pages for in each of the books. So if you're doing a coloring book, they would like to have more pages in it. Another thing that people would prefer, or would prefer it being improved on, is that the product, the paper quality is super thin, and I've already explained how you can try to salvage that by adding that in the description. And that's pretty much it. And that's what we are going to have in mind when we're trying to create a coloring book. So um in tomorrow's class, right? I just wanted to get the breakdown. Like I said, this stream is going to be really, really short. And tomorrow we're just going to, head on into leveraging all of this to create the coloring book, right? And that's when I'm going to show you step by step into how we're going to do that. So I do hope, even though this live was kind of really short, I do hope you kind of learned something that at least you can apply in your next coloring book. So before you create a coloring book, try to see what people, or what makes people buy, and what makes people wish they would have loved better in that coloring book, and leverage on that. So see you in tomorrow's class, even much more better, and with well controlled circumstance. Thank you for joining the live, and enjoy the rest of your day.